Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Kama TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Many people are yet to come to terms with the reality of Raila Ruto political wedding. Many people were left with many questions. What is happening? If you study the politics of this country, you realize that anytime we go near the elections, we usually have what we call tectonic shifts. When you look at 1997 general elections, you realize, in fact, you need to start in 1992, when there was realignment, when Ford was actually destined to form the government. Then Matiba came with Ford Asiri, and Ford was able to split into two, Ford Kenya and Ford Asili, and they lost the elections. So that was a major political shift. And again, when you come to 1997, we saw what happened. Kibaki was there again, and the other part was there, Kinagiru was there. And these were actually major move that enabled Moi to win the elections. Come to 2002. In fact, before you go to 2002, 1999, as someone would actually say here, Jogona, I know you are very good at Kenyan history. 1999, Raila had joined Daniel Toroitich Moi and became the CS, that time known as the Minister for Energy, and the Secretary General of Kano. But when he was denied the chance of being the flag bearer, and Moi went for one Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who was very green, a greenhorn, there was stampede in Kano. And before Moi knew what was happening, LDP, led by Raila and Ruto, NAK, led by Kibaki, Giru, Edward Malawa, had joined hard and won the election in December. These are tectonic shifts. Again, come to 2007. Before 2007, you remember the Wako draft. Remember the way Kibaki had to disband his cabinet, and he was left with Mudi Awoli. So these are things that happens as we approach the elections. And the process can be repeated all the way to 2022, when Musalia Mudavadi and others, Musalia Mudavadi was there, and Papua Roma, when they abandoned Raila Morodiga. In fact, they snatched the victory of Raila Morodiga from his mouth. So these are things that happen. So currently now, we are approaching the general elections. In fact, William Samoei Ruto has just 1.5 years to work. Just 1.5 years to work. He has no time to work. So what is happening here? What is this that is happening in our country today? Because for me, it is not a surprise. I'm not surprised by these guys working together. What I can say is that I may not agree with Raila Morodiga, but to me, it is not a surprise because of a number of things that I know are about to happen, or what is this all about. Number one, maybe if you are not understanding what is happening today, I'll put it to you in a number of ways so that it can be very clear to you. Number one, the more things change, the more they remain the same. I need not to repeat that, because what we have seen right now, I think, is in the fourth, I don't know what to call it now, cooperation, handshake, whatnot, government, or broad-based government, or you may call it even the Nadco government. And if you remember, about 6 months ago, I told you that the Nadco government was in the offing when I saw Raila meeting Uhuru and meeting William Samoei Ruto. So you should not be surprised by these things. So it is about things changing and remaining the same as they change. Number two, It is about Ruto's survival. Ruto could not survive without the support of one Raila Amolo Odinga. He could not survive. Ruto could not, I'm just calling him the Wazungu namuita Ruto. Ruto could not finish his term without Raila Amolo Odinga supporting him. So it is survival. It is trying to consolidate power. Number 3, it is about 2027 general elections. Once you study this, you will not be surprised by the happening of the things. It is about the realignment of 2027. And what will happen, because Raila is going to the African Union, he is going to resign as the party leader. Number 2, about what is going to happen before that 2027, ODM maybe is going to die. Because you see, Wycliffe Oparanya is the deputy party leader. He's going to resign. Joho is also the deputy party leader. He's going to resign. So what is left? ODM will be dead. So ODM and UDA are going to form a coalition, and they are going to go together in the coalition. And this coalition, by the way, let's agree, it will be a very strong coalition. It will be a very, very strong coalition. The other thing that is happening is that these guys are just protecting their wealth. These politicians, all politicians are brothers and sisters. Majority of the politicians, in fact, all politicians in Kenya have amassed their wealth through leadership by occupying various positions. Raila has been in government for many years. Ruto has been in government for so many years. Don't be surprised if Uhuru joins them. Don't be surprised. It's about protecting the wealth. And why are they protecting the wealth? They are protecting the wealth because of the rising of the Gen Z. The Gen Z is coming. And when you look at the Gen Z, because this guy wants to consolidate their wealth, to protect their wealth, when Gen Z comes, no, Gen Z is tribalist. It is tribalist, and this is a change that these people are trying to resist. Because as I told you in my other video, hii mambo ya kingpin imeisha. Hii mambo ya kusema mtu wetu imeisha. Because you see, 75% of Kenyans are the Gen Z. And these are the people who have been pushing the change. And it is expected, by the way. And that is why Raila and William Ruto cannot feel any pain, even when they betray the Gen Z. Again, it is about resisting this change. Resisting because if you look at William Ruto, even after Gen Z telling him you want ABCD, disband your cabinet, do this, he's trying to bring the same old faces. He has brought Duale back. He has brought Mukomen of all people. And by the way, Mukomen is going to be the youth CS. Imagine the person who is going to lead Gen Z. Do you think Gen Z is going to accept him? So when you look at it, returning of Wahome and many others like Kidiki, it's a resisting change. And in the process of resisting this change, he has to bring in people who will also resist change. Because I strongly believe even Raila Amolo Odinga is not for Gen Z. It's not for Gen Z. Majority of these octogenarian guys, these people who, even Akina Kalonzo, they are not for Gen Z, truth be told. Maybe the only person who can rhyme with the politics of Gen Z, maybe somebody like Sifuna, maybe like somebody like Babu Wino. These are the guys who can actually rhyme with the movement of the Gen Z. Because these politicians will be swept away when the change comes. And people will always resist change. And the other thing is about accumulating wealth. Why do you think Raila was given these two powerful ministers? One, the treasury. And the other one, the energy. The Minister of Energy has a lot of liquid cash, a lot of money circulating there. So, Baba is also very happy. His people are also very happy. His friends. In fact, it is not about Atieno. It is not about mtu wa kawaida. It's not about Wajiko. It is about Raila, his cronies, his friends, those who are very close to him. It is about Ruto, people who are very close to him. It is about Oparanya, his friends and such. So it is not about, these guys don't think about mtu wa kawaida. In fact, you offend them when you tell them that you want the Gen Z to be there. And you see, because Raila was made now part of the government, in fact, he's in the heart of the government. That is why you see some of the headline today calling him enters the king. The king here is Raila Amolo Odinga. So it's about this guy cutting the national cake and sharing amongst themselves and amongst their friends. Again, it is not about gender. It is not about gender. It is not about our constitution. Our constitution states very clearly that no one gender shall constitute of more than 2/3 of these appointments. Look at the number of how many women were appointed in the cabinet. How many women Raila appoint? How many? It's not about the women and gender, whatever. It's not about the youth. Because you see, sasa nikuulize, sasa Oparanya ni Gen Z. Look at these guys who are appointed. Wengine akina Joho, people who are done. In fact, these guys, and we should come up with a law to stop these guys from occupying offices, because you see, Oparanya had done 2 terms as a governor. Joho the same. He was in retirement. So it is about themselves, not about us. And the other thing is that it could be about impeaching Gachagua. That one may surprise you. But Gachagua could easily be impeached. It is about William Samoei Ruto passing bills in parliament. Because the people who have been left out of this is Kalonzo, and majority of the Kikuyus, I don't think they support this. When I look at it, they don't support this. And but when you go to parliament, members of parliament who are voted in UDA, they support William Samoei Ruto wholeheartedly. They support him. They cannot go against him. So kule bunge miswada itapita kama maji kwa kichugi the sieve, not like kichugi sieve. Hivyo ndivyo miswada itapita kule bungeni. So don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. Don't. But here you come and express your views. You may agree with me, may differ with me. But in politics, there are no permanent enemies. In politics, a day is just too long. We could also be expecting more changes, because you see what is going to happen. William Samoei Ruto, most likely he is also going to fire the principal secretary so that he can bring Raila principal secretaries and others. I understand Kalonzo been given a position. He refused. Wamalwa the same. He refused. But this is politics anyway. Even those who are in the opposition, because you see, what the only person here who look like is principled and I can trust, I can bet, is Mother Karua. Lakini binadamu ni yule. Don't be surprised. Don't carry politics so much at you want to hear what is happening. Don't feel disappointed. These guys, for me, I expect it. I still respect Raila Amolo Odinga, by the way. I respect him for what he has done for this country. But what he did, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. I don't know what you think. But that is the nature of politics. Please like the video, share, comment, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.